I'll be honest, Slayer. I mean, there's a few redeeming factors. Wukong has Armor Crush, so that is a thing to be able to help. But
and they get the Summoner out for it, but does allow Allah to not fall too far behind.
this is going to be a big change here. The level 2 here, Missing was able to soak experience. Pays was not, so that's a flash.
What a flash! Brings Moham under the turret, and we talked about the resets. Didn't think they'd come this early for Pays. It's Missing that grabs the first blood.
And I think pretty different from team to team. We've seen some of these teams really try to hammer away at making sure you get those boot upgrades, and then you're coming into maybe like a 35-minute fight with tier 3 boots. But aside from that, it's not been, I think, as game-warping.
There's the first Paranoia ball delivery, followed, even though Missing flashes over, Cyclone Hero's entrance. Here comes the response from JDG. They only get the knock-up and the chompers on a Moham, but they can't close the gap, so that big ult
They
combo.
also used the Gallia ult during all of that, so a lot of resources to simply give over a single kill to OMG, and it doesn't mean that the first dragon here for JDG is going to kind of find those resets and get more kills. So it's going to be 3 grubs here for OMG. As long, again, as JDG can get one of these, it's good for them, but they're pincing.
Shoon's going in. Oh, wow. Both junglers pass by each other like ships in the night, but it's going to serve Pays up on a silver platter. Missing goes down as well. Now JDG are on the retreat, but here come the twisted advanced Nature's Grasp, and it's a flash forward for Harry, trying to see how many more kills he can get his carries. Scout going to channel the hero's entrance, somehow get it off, dashing back over towards Allah, as Jun is able to get back under the turret. So JDG, boy, do they make it cost a lot, but they deny 3 grubs over to OMG.
Allah TP'd for that play and still has the public execution. Why are we not going for the backline? I want to take a look at that replay again, just because we focus so much of it. Starry walks forward into Scout, doesn't have the blade caller. One more!
Doesn't matter.
That's, hey, look, Scout, you got all this this dragon. Not going to be setting up for any feats of strength here, as, again, they were able to grab the first set of grubs, but aside from that, or they weren't able to grab the full set of grubs on that first take, so it's just going to mean that, yeah, we're kind of moving, it's too late. Okay, well, we've seen it. Okay, I'm looking at item completions now. Everybody has their legendary item. Harry just finished the Sunfire. We're finding Pays.
Do not have the Orianna for the extra damage. Shoot's going to fly in with the Cyclone. Pays doesn't have either summoner by this point, and Hug's going to get the kill. Starry flashing forward. Maybe a little ill-advised. Wasn't needed, but another pick found on the Pays.
Experimental Hex Plate. Still going to take a little bit before this objective or this cooldown is back up. Linfeng takes the top tier 1. We're TPing for
the power of lacking a Paranoia play here just makes Hung very easily not capable of making these plays. Man, Pays has just put in a hurt locker this game. Scout, though, is going all out to try and trade out Starry, but this is Tank Gallia who doesn't have the damage, so Shun brings it in. And this time, Pays' death shouldn't cost JDG too much, but Allah on the back end didn't even get the Rift Herald. Hug picked it up as well. So maybe a Rift Herald breaking down the mid-tier 1 will add a bit of extra insurance. Certainly does in the gold department as the
some of that dedication back. He didn't have a great time playing for their system. I mean, their team did not get any particularly great standings, but I mean, if you're able to show up against JDG, that's a big win.
Whoa, Missing and Shun are going in very hastily with the Gallia ultimate, but that's a huge shockwave. Linfeng, as you called out, has the big play, but doesn't result in kills. They got Allah to deal with in the backline, dashing in and out, cooldown reset after reset. The power of Arcane is in the hands of Allah, and they're trying to hunt down the rest of OMG who are scattered to the wayside. Pays steps up with not enough damage, and it ends up being a dead even split fight.
Wait, I think we have our first Ruinous Otacon here. We finally had enough damage in the early game. Maybe I'm just getting baited by the icon, but usually it's the orange one. Pays, they're trying to find whatever last kills they can. Too much of that damage. We said that the identity for this OMG comp is to play around fighting in the early game, and it's still voracious. I'm like, okay guys, come on.
A little early there, Pays. Second game in a row, by the way, where Otacon could decide the feats of strength. Shun, that's way too early to fly in with the Cyclone. And there's Ruinous Otacon. Now OMG, why not keep fighting? You just got revives on top of revives. There they all go back to their base. Scout's going to try and clean up the last bit of them, so at least JDG are going to make sure the revive doesn't grant a ton of power over to OMG, but that's a huge amount of gold that you nerf from JDG grabbing back.
Yeah, be the correct play, but They get a lot of great tools out from their opponents, specifically now Starry no longer having that ultimate.
They have feats of strength again, so they grab that off the Otacon as well, get a bit extra buff for all of their boots, and to buff up.
That your Jinx does not survive long enough to actually kill us. So something to think about as we get further into this game.
But Undisciplined trying to create vision in their own jungle.
Okay, mid priority. They have the mid-tier one, so it's a lot easier for OMG to walk in, clear the wave. Scout has taken a... Yeah, I was going to say, they had great control of kind of bodying them out of the mid-wave kind of souls, at least for now in this game. JDG are rushing back to the Baron, and now ultimate is back up for Linfeng. Hung's ultimate has also come back, and this Baron is gone.
Solar Flare, gonna keep everyone away. Baron secured by OMG. And Scout can't find any big taunts here. Missing is desperately looking for an angle in. Shun had to use the clone to get over the wall, and
be able to teleport back if he really wants to be here. Harry won't be able to do the same. That was a great, but Baron, 4 grubs, now they need to be playing on side lanes. Ping's coming out all over the top side of the map from OMG. They want to make sure that they're protecting Hung them, so 3 points into either Hung and Linfeng's ultimates. I think that this is going to be a massive combo. And now we're on the precipice here. Slayer, there's a very real possibility that OMG are going to be taking JDG to match point.
And blowing up what seemed to be a near surefire decided Group B. We talked about the caster predictions for this series. Loyal viewers of the LPL unofficial English broadcast know the content creator predictions for this Group B. And it's been anything but that now thanks to OMG. Harry gets a bit hounded on the side, but he's going to turn with the Orianna Nocturne combination. Right now, it's got more than enough damage to deal with Shun. Down he goes, missing false next. Could this just be the killing blow? Now all of the engaged tools for JDG are down.
And it was all eyes. Can we find Pays? Can we find the AD carry of JDG? But they say, look, we made an engage onto Shun and Missing before. It didn't quite work out, but we're 5,000 gold. Let's see if we can maybe flip our fortunes here as OMG Scout flashes forward.
Ola going into the background onto Starry, but he gets the feather pull back. The roots come across.
That's one reset.
Pays gets one reset though, thanks to the Nexus turrets. We were waiting for this Jinx to finally erupt, and this might have been the moment in the midnight witching hour for Pays and JDG to maybe save themselves in the game and the series.
But the base is in complete tatters. It is so tanky. It has so much crowd control that he actually stops your backline from doing anything. So Maokai ult is here, setting up for
Missing just sends himself into his own demise with one dredge line. That's going to grant this turn for free to OMG, and now they can threaten a potential killer triple inhibitor take. But Shun, he's looking for the big Cyclone. He goes to the background, the public execution as well. They get towards the carries, but a great stasis from Linfeng. Shockwaves to the face of Scout. Pays gets his reset. Here comes All Out. JDG's turn. Can they get it this time? Sure damn can. Gets the taunts, gets the damage. They survive at their base once more.
Baron here. Dragon is up, but we're so far away from a soul. Half HP, already almost down. What can JDG do?
Shun may be looking to get them on the exit here. They're teleporting behind. It's Scout. Lights go out. Scout's all alone, 1 versus 4. But the same can be said as well for Harry. Gonna dash on top of Pays. Pays flashes over the wall. It's such a split fight. Scout on the other side has the big hero's entrance. Shun's gonna fall. Starry's able to limp away, but he's scattered to the wayside, deserted on his own. And Pays is allowed to free farm champions like they're minions at level 1. Zap steps up. Good dodge from Harry. The slows come across. And now JDG are running out of gas. They can't cut down these angles. All of these carries and takes for OMG.
Slayer, this game feels like it is not going to end. The immovable object versus the unstoppable force.
They got Pays. They found the diamond in the rough. OMG, they have the Baron on 4. Without Jinx, can JDG even hold this base? We might be going towards OMG match point when no one expected it.
There's no minion wave here, so all they can grab are inhibitors, and that's about it. They've got one singular cannon minion and another wave that's about 15 seconds away from JDG's base. Remember, 4 grubs, Baron buff. Minute and 15 before that buff is gone, they should be looking to siege, and right now what we're seeing is, while they can't clear the wave, they got a hell of a lot of tanks.
Ola's going in, trying to use the hero's entrance, but Starry stays safe. That GA is going to mean absolutely nothing for JDG. June trying to use the clone to get back, but Starry turns and uses the blade collar. It's been imagined, and now it's reality. OMG bounce back from game 2 and force JDG to series point.
Oh my God. OMG have done it.